Yeah, 60s now. Talking about the temperature and all that. All right. I mean, that's typical spring behavior. All right. So, I am live, and I'm going to be trying out Honkai. Impact Third. Not Honkai... not Honkai, Star Rail. I might be doing a special session of Genshin Impact later today. With at least one of my friends. I don't know about the second one. Because... you know, other shit. So, I'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm going to try out Honkai Impact Third. I keep almost calling it Third Impact, and it's not the title. Okay. Damn it. Okay, so there's no English dub in this one. Interesting. Oh, hey, hey. Jiggle physics! This is involving mechs, huh? Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, why is the... hold on a second. Okay, hold on. I gotta finish my coffee. Well, this game's over the top already, but hey, it's kind of on purpose. This is joystick zone. Use it to have the Valkyrie move to the waypoint. Okay, so this is like Bayonetta. What is with her hair? She's... Okay, I'm starting to see Bayonetta inspiration big time. MiHoYo? The cutscenes don't look, Okay, why the Naruto run mixed with Bayonetta? It'd be nice if I could run faster. Is there a way I can change my settings? That's it? Why is she still during the cutscene? That is... Okay, that was not impressive looking, not gonna lie. That was a shortcut that was odd. Okay, so Kiana. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, I guess I gotta do this. Okay. I want max graphics. Okay. There we go. What is with the cutscenes in this game? It just... this is... I mean, this game is earlier than Genshin and Honkai, so no wonder the cutscenes look so... static. Isn't that right, Lulu? Luna? Hello, angry bitch Luna. Act 1, Moon Chaser. Would be nice if I could understand what the hell they're saying at times. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to talk things through with a couple friends because I will be doing a special session of Genshin Impact later today, and hopefully, sometime after that, it will be back to Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I wanted to conduct that session differently. It's just gonna be a one-time thing regarding FF7 Remake. After that session, I will continue forward with Final Fantasy VII Remake as I have done before. I just wanted to reserve one chapter in particular, something special, and it's because of Cloud's disguise. I just figured that session would be a lot more fun if a couple friends joined me for that one. So, okay, damn it. It's only like near 60. Yeah, it's also because I'm in my office and shit. Okay. Also, just a heads up about my schedule, I will not be able to stream from the 12th until the 16th. Even though I am taking Sunday off, I don't think I will be emotionally available to stream that day. It's because I am making a trip to scatter my mom's ashes. So I will be taking Sunday off as a means to like celebrate her life. And also, I probably just would not be in the mood to stream that day. So I'm just definitely going to need some time away from that. Alright, can I upgrade? Enhance? How does this shit work? Okay, let's... Well, okay, why are we... Why? Oh, because our guns? I was like, what the fuck is with the... Okay, so skills... Just a moment, I gotta... Oh, damn, my phone is near dead. Hold on a minute. I'm just grabbing... I am just simply grabbing my charger. Okay. Ooh, easy. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird thing. Like whenever I'm out of the menu, like it mutes itself. That's odd. Yado Whirlwind. For a second I thought the... Okay. You know nothing of power. Alright. Dusk Girls Battleship. Wait, what? Yes, I have played the other games, for crying out loud. But then again, this is before Genshin and Honkai. Look, I'm just trying this game out, and oh shit, I realized my webcam wasn't on. Damn, okay, sweet. Yeah, kind of a pity this isn't in English. Because I cannot understand what the fuck they're saying. Nice. Dude, what the hell? Okay, I'm liking Mei a lot because she has sword. Also, she can kick ass. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can actually see character movements during moments like this, but when it's cutscenes, they're still. Like, I do not understand why this is a thing in this game. Ugh, it just looks weird. Okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, these cutscenes, look, I think they're lazy. These are not impressive cutscenes. I'm gonna be honest, and I get it. This is a free-to-play game, but come on, like. But you know what? In hindsight, it's a good thing MiHoYo improved on this through Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. Because, yikes, this would have been boring as shit. I mean, those games would have been boring as shit if the cutscenes were like this. Damn! Wait, what the fuck? Are you serious? I didn't even get to finish that fight. What happened? Whoa, what? Nice. Bronya? Bronya. If only there was movement instead of the static character animations. Like, I get this game came out in 2016, and this was like before MiHoYo decided to have more moving cutscenes and shit, but like, I'm sorry, like, looking, like, look, in retrospect, the cutscenes are the weakest in this one compared to Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. I mean, the gameplay's not that bad or anything, it's just, man, the cutscenes are the weak spot in this game. Okay. Oh, they're not being subtle about the gacha. Who? Valkyrie Chariot. Hey, she's got silver hair, so is she supposed to be, Polnareff's, waifu? Yeah. You damn right I'm into JoJo. By the way, part 1's the only, part I have complete, manga-wise. I actually got, volumes 2 and 3 at, SakuraCon. And on sale, too. So I did strike a bargain that day when I bought it. I actually got volume 4 of Fullmetal Alchemist as well. The Fullmetal edition. So I have like 5 out of 18 volumes now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12 because I was trying to get volumes I was able to get my hands on. That's kind of how I'm going to proceed with FMA manga-wise because that series is becoming a bitch to collect. I don't think it's impossible for Viz to print more. It's just I was informed that they were having a shipping, or not shipping, printing shortage. So it's the supply of the, it's the supply of materials needed to print more volumes that they're short on. And they're also, I'm also assuming they were more focused on other manga, so that's why they were not printing more at the moment. So, okay. God Force. Holy shit, 15 levels already? Damn. Okay. Yeah, whenever I see the red dots on this thing, like, I know exactly what I gotta press. Like, I get it. This is tutorial. Okay, so, I will admit, this is a bit of a downside for the localization of this game. The fact that it's not dubbed in English is an unfortunate, omission. And I'm guessing this was... I don't think this game was that popular enough to warrant an English version, but... it would have been nice if they translated the dialogue into English. Like, it would be nice if English subtitles were present during moments like this. Because I can't understand what the fuck they're saying. And I know what people are going to say, but just take Japanese classes. Learn Japanese. Like, okay. But that takes time. And I'm not gonna hire a translator because that would mean I would have to pay that translator a good amount of money for some time. And this game keeps on going, so you know, screw it. I'm just gonna play the game as is. It's just the game unfortunately has a language barrier. Not complaining much. It's just it's an unfortunate. It's one difficulty I'm gonna have with this game, like for the long ride. Okay. Oh, we're still... I still got more of this for her? What the hell? What have I not upgraded? Skills? What is not what have I not upgraded? Was it that? No? That one. Okay, now we're done with her. Okay, what about May? Oh, whoops. Good God, how much leveling up do I have to do? Oh my God. This is gonna take some time, isn't it? Okay, let's upgrade that one. Okay, we got that. Okay. Oh, I forgot to... Piercing blade. Okay, we're done with May. What about Kiana? Or Kaslana, as she's also called. Okay. Nope. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna include Valkyrie Chariots, or whatever the hell their name is. Okay, I think after chapter 1, I'm just gonna call it. Oh, Bronya, that's 2. She can just hover and... And I can't run?
イエスマスター。ブローニャ了解しました。無条件射殺許可確認。ファイヤ。
Okay.
ボイドエクスプロージョン。
Now what? Oh yeah, you can't really jump in this game, can you? Oh shit. Ow, damn it. Oh, bullshit. Man, I am taking unnecessary hits because the fucking... Yeah, see that shit? That's some bullshit right there.
Yes, Master.
And I do believe that's it for the chapter, or at least the part of chapter 1. Wait, Act 3. Wait, what? All right.
スワードロック解読完了。操縦権限解放。戦闘システム起動。トロイの木馬ウイルス、いえ、崩壊エネルギーが漏出しているだけ。異常ないはず。ネゲントロピーの特殊戦闘機構解読完了。
Ooh, right, I get to be in a mech. Fuck yeah, let's kick some ass. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck shit up. So is Bronya supposed to be like inspired by Rei Ayanami from Evangelion, because she certainly does not express a lot of emotion? Okay. I know Evangelion seems like a really easy thing to compare, but keep in mind the game that started this whole franchise, this whole Honkai or Hoyoverse or whatever the hell you want to call it, was titled Fly Me to the Moon, which was named after the ending theme from that series. So, but granted, Evangelion's ending theme is not the original use of that song, because there were other covers in the past. In fact, Frank Sinatra is noted. His version is noted when it comes to covers. I don't think he was the original one either, unless he was the original singer. But I know he did not write the song. So it was like Bart Howard or whatever his name was. And it's a pity that the Blu-ray release of Evangelion here lacks the song, because it was great. Ooh, I got a white mech this time, and it can run! Come on. Bum rush!
グインパスワードなし。全操作権限を解放。どうして？
All right. Dude, are you serious? The game is having me download even more resources. Holy shit. Look. This game is I'm starting to warm up to this game. I do have flaws with it a lot more than Honkai and Genshin. Like the cutscenes I think are the weakest looking. It's so weird looking and I don't like the way the cutscenes are done in this game. But also the fact that you have to fucking download further resources just so you can play the fucking game. I do not like this about Honkai Third Impact. Impact Third. Jeez Louise. I always get that title mixed up. Okay, fine, whatever. Nice, I guess. Okay. All right. Nice. Oh, whoops. Okay, so I am almost done with chapter 1. Okay, I don't have that. All right. And I got Tsiolkovsky. Now, where the hell is the mechanic tutorial at? Alright. Alright, let's finish up. What is this? Okay, I'm just gonna do this by mouse. Fuck it.
ワルキューレシステム起動。重装ウサギ 19C オブノビット。
Okay. Okay. Holy shit, how many damn times do I have to go through this? Okay, are we... Nope, there's still some left. What am I missing? Is it achievements? No. Stigmata? Alright. Let's finish chapter 1.
嫌よ。あんなスパムメール誰が信じるもんか。
仕方ないわね。ブロイネちゃん、キアナちゃんの誕生日は12月7日よ。
メイ先輩。
アクセス権限承認。目的地をセーフレイヤ学園に変更します。
パスワードって本当に私の誕生日だったの。
She doesn't look upbeat given her voice. She looks rather annoyed.
何が起きたの？ブローニャ。
Yeah, kind of a pity the video quality on this isn't
強制コントロールシステム
up to snuff.
起動。最高権限指令。入力確認。周囲の敵を排除します。
The hell?
お腹すいた。メイさん。
Oh shit, we got a fighter now? Right. Damn. Then wait, why is she in my party then? Damn it!
メイ姉様、どうかしましたか？よかった。目を覚ましたのね。ブローニャ、まさかブローニャのチップが制御不能になったのでは？
通信が回復したの？ブローニャ大丈夫？
Yeah, like I said, it is such a bummer that the character animations are static during cutscenes.
ブローニャはもうみんなの足を引っ張りたくありません。
Ryunosuke Akutagawa. Okay, that's. I was like, who the. That name was kind of. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay. That was just my, what do you call it, slideshow of, like, images and shit. So, yeah, it was on Star Wars. Go figure. Alright. That is gonna do it for Honkai Impact 3rd. Yeah, this one's okay. Not a bad game. Not great either. Like, I'm just kind of like, I guess I could call it mid. I mean, I like using mechs. That was actually kind of fucking cool in that game. But eesh. Um Yeah, but seriously, like the cutscene display is just why? You know what? Before I go, let me excuse me. Let me make a document on this. Just to kind of get an idea of where I put these two. Or put these three. So, Hoyo first. Okay. So we're going to do Genshin. Impact. Honkai. Star Rail. And Honkai Impact 3rd. Alright. So, let's see. Gameplay. Controls. Challenge. And programming. Artwork. Background. Cinematics. Design. And visual effects. Background music. Sound effects. Alright. Give me a minute. Oh, wait. Backdrop. Background. Okay, sorry for the constant tick, clack, 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 and all that. I was just, trying to get this all figured out. Because I will reveal what tiers these games will go to. I'm not going to give it like a number out of 10 rating. I'm just going to let the, tiers, like, kind of give you an idea of, like, where I value these games. Okay, so I'm going to start with Honkai Impact 3rd, where the gameplay is actually the one. You know what? while I'm waiting for this, or while I'm kind of articulating my thoughts, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a cup of coffee real quick, cause I made a pot like a couple hours ago, and I don't want that coffee going lukewarm. Okay. Also, I had to use the restroom. That's why I was gone for a little bit longer. Okay, so let me try to articulate uh, my thoughts here. So, the gameplay in Honkai Impact Third. It's pretty solid, but yeah, it controls fine. Challenge is kind of brain dead a little bit, and then okay, okay, da, 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 da. So, okay, so gameplay's solid, but I mean it's not amazing or anything. All right, so for the visuals, kind of okay. Uh, sure, it's not getting any points for cinematics. That's for damn sure. Not that impressive looking. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, visually speaking, kind of mid because it's like very anime-esque. But actually, what weighs this fucking down is again the cinematics just looking boring as shit. So not too impressed by that. Uh, okay. Okay. As far as story goes, I like to know where the fuck this game even started, because you're just like brought right into the action, and I'm just like doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. And honestly, Kiana is not that interesting of a character. Like, she just seems like really fucking bland in this game. Granted, she's a lot more talkative than the main protagonists in both Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, so there is that to consider. She is a lot. I mean, she has more dialogue, but then again, they didn't like the thing with Honkai Impact 30. It wasn't modeled similarly to Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. Like, those two feel close in terms of development because same developer. But again, Honkai Star Rail just takes takes the elements of Genshin Impact and just does a sci-fi setting with turn-based mechanics. Everything else is like nearly the same. But it's like, as far as like how this game establishes its story, I mean, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm just controlling some girl who has guns and can kick ass, and she meets up with friends. I'm like, yeah, but where did this all start? In fact, I'm gonna just check right now. Honkai Impact 3rd. Okay, so yeah, that's right. I should have. Yeah, I do believe there was a little bit of an intro to the game, but it's like, shit. The game does not explain enough for me to kind of give a shit. Like, I really had a hard time engaging myself with the story at first. So. Oh, and Kiana is a recurring character from other games. So yeah, in order to get context of this character, you had to play the other ones, but that's the problem. They're not available anymore. So, okay, fine. Okay, I'll give it at least a point for at least being a tie-in, but fuck, I was like a little out of the loop regarding where the hell this fucking starts and all that. Okay, so there's that, and that. So 2, 4, 5. All right. So story for now, kind of solid until, you know, later chapters prove otherwise. All right. Oh shit. And okay. All right. So give me a moment. I'm going to do this math here. 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so after calculating, Honkai 3rd Impact for me is a B tier, but should the game drop in quality as the game goes on, it will drop to a C tier. It just really depends on how much I can. Yeah, it really depends on how much I can tolerate the fucking other shit. Okay, so let's go ahead and prepare the tier ranking for Genshin Impact. So I'm giving a couple points for gameplay. The only reason it's not gonna be the reason I'm not giving max points for gameplay is because gacha mechanics. But I really don't like that. The game controls fine. The challenge is actually not that bad in that game. Like that, the challenge is surprisingly not. There's not hardly any bullshit in that one. So I'll give it some points for that. No, there's some of that could be mitigated with. You know what? Fuck it. All right. So for okay, good artwork, good backdrop. Cinematics are actually really good, all things considered. You know what? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so visually speaking, Genshin Impact looks a lot better than this. Music is considerably really good in that one too. So yeah. Okay. Now, as for story, I do think when it comes to its prologue, I do think it was a little unfocused. Kind of wish the stuff with the main protagonist twin was given a little bit more focus in the third part of the prologue. That's just me. I do think Genshin does suffer with some pacing issues, and it's largely because of how it utilizes its main and side content, but thankfully the game does not drop the ball on that. So yeah, story's solid on that one. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, characters I think are fine unless the game drops the ball on them. Okay. So there's that. All right. Let's prep up the ranking for Genshin. And we got ourselves oh shit. What was the tier rank for B again? Give me a moment. Okay. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is also B tier, but I have it higher than Honkai Impact 3rd. Easily. Okay, now for Honkai Star Rail. Now it's its turn. Okay, so I'm gonna dock a point for gameplay because the gameplay of Honkai Star Rail can get really boring to go through, especially during the prologue when you're sitting through the same animations and all that. I'm talking, you see these in quick succession. Granted, other RPGs have had this as well, but it's not to a point where you need to rely on certain abilities that would cause you to sit through certain animations over and over. And I'm talking like Final Fantasy VII and onwards. You know, with summons and limit breaks. But Honkai Star Rail, once your gauge fills up, and I mean it fills up quick during fights, so you're seeing like certain animations over and over and over, and that gets tiring after some time. That's why I keep speeding up the battles, because I just feel like the fights are just not that engaging, personally. So I am docking a point for gameplay on that. Controls are fine. Challenge, I'll give it max points for that because at least that game. So gameplay is actually. Know what? Fuck. No. Okay. Programming, I think, could have been a lot better in places. Now, as for like how the game looks fine. Backdrop's fine. It's got cinematics, I'll give it that. Yeah. Okay, so so to be fair, Honkai Star Rail does have slightly better visuals than Genshin. No, it's about equal. Fuck it. I don't know. Sun didn't look right on that one for me. Okay, music wise, I'm not really a big fan of Honkai Star Rail's music, so I'll just put it there. Okay. Now, as for story, wasn't really invested in how it started everything. I also think the way it starts was kind of messy too. As far as like other shit, yeah, pacing I think is rough. And we'll see. I really don't care for the main character as much, so I'll just kind of do it that. Yeah. So I think characters is a little weaker for Honkai Star Rail, if I'm going to be honest. Now, the voice acting. I'm going to dock a... So the voice acting in Honkai Star Rail, I'm going to dock a point for the English version. And this is because some of the line delivery, holy shit, what the fuck happened? Like, when I was initially playing Honkai Star Rail, I was actually chuckling at some of the voice acting for the English version. So I'm just gonna assume other versions sound fine, but the English one sounds fucking off. Kafka is a prime example of this. Like, she looks like she's up to something sinister, and she sounds enthusiastic in what she's doing, despite how she appears and her mannerisms and everything. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, her voice just did not match her personality as what was intended for the scene she was in. So what the fuck was that shit about? I'm also docking a point for the game's direction because there are paragraphs of text that you were reading during Herta's simulation bits. Why? I bitched about this last night regarding Honkai, or I bitched about this last time I played Honkai Star Rail because I was like, really? We're fucking reading now? Like, listen, I have played Xenogears, which has a lot of reading involved. There's like a shit ton of dialogue in that game. But this too feels like you're reading a visual novel at times. Now, because of the development issues the game faced, which was mostly because of deadline and management issues, that's why Disc 2 of Xenogears was designed with that shift. Or there's a reason why Disc 2 had that shift in the game. Or excuse me. That's why Xenogears had that shift during Disc 2. It's a miracle that story fucking held up despite the setbacks. Because the storyline was fucking phenomenal, all things considered. Like, I'm talking about the storyline, not like how the game told its story. I mean the whole storyline of Xenogears, phenomenal. If the game had better management and had all that free time to develop that entire game as Tetsuya Takahashi planned, I think Xenogears would have been easily one of the greatest games ever made. And I know some people make that distinction, saying it's one of the greatest games ever made. Personally, I think it is excuse me. I personally think it is the best flawed video game ever. Like, in that sense. Like, it has a distinction of being the most legendary flawed game. I personally am not slapping a 10 on Xenogears. I would have. I just can't. It's largely because of how the whole game turned out. But, anyway, Xenogears having, like, paragraphs of text, I didn't mind it as much, simply because of what I knew going into the game. Because, again, when people get the fair warning in advance saying, hey, you know, if you're going to play Xenogears, like, hey, the first disc, you're in for one hell of a JRPG. It's disc 2 that you're not going to feel the same way. And it you know, because that first disc is damn good. All things considered. Even though there's a shit ton of dialogue. Again, that's more of like a personal thing on me. Like, I feel like there's so much damn dialogue in that game that I felt like I was reading it mostly. So, but thank God the story was worth a damn to keep me invested. Because I still kept thinking about that damn game after I finished it. Yeah, it's just this too. Wasn't what it's just a shame Disc 2 leaves a lot to be desired in terms of execution, but again, phenomenal game, all things considered. It's a phenomenally flawed game. I guess that's the best distinction I can give Xenogears. Like, it is a unique experience for that flawed nature alone. But how Honkai Star Rail does like paragraphs of text like during a game, I found that incredibly jarring. And I think that could have been easily fucking changed for some better way of telling some story. Because honestly, I didn't give a shit what was being told in that part, because I was like, really? You're going to take away my gameplay enjoyment with having to me read a shit ton of text? No, thank you. I don't want to hear this. Oh, it's because I have a low attention span. Like, no, it like, why am I taking the time to read? Like, okay, I can name a game that I can actually name a series that does paragraphs of text much better. Resident Evil. Resident fucking Evil does this paragraph of text better than Honkai Star Rail. And it's because the added text in Resident Evil for a survival horror game, it's flavor text for what you're doing during the game. In fact, in the original Resident Evil, you're playing as STARS officers, like a branch of the police. So, looking at notes and research files and all that shit plays a part into what a police officer or special agent for the police would do. So, it's brilliant. Like the flavor text in Resident Evil was brilliantly implemented. You don't have to go through those notes. You don't have to read them all, but it's there to add to the atmosphere of Resident Evil. Honkai Star Rail just throws walls of text, and I'm like, why? Why are we stalling just to read this shit? Like, that is what bugged me about Honkai Star Rail. So there's that. So there really is not a lot I can really enjoy about Honkai Star Rail on that front. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just get the ranking done for Honkai. And then I can wrap this up for today. Okay. All right. So, so Honkai Impact 3rd, Genshin Impact, and Honkai Star Rail are all B tier games for me at the moment. Genshin is probably more likely to stay B tier, but Honkai Impact Third and Honkai Star Rail have potential to drop to C tier if I do not like the direction that those two games go. But Genshin has stayed consistent for now. Unless that game dropped the ball somehow. The only thing honestly, they would have been a lot higher if the gacha mechanics were not in there. That's kind of my issue with all three of them, really. And another reason they're not A tier games largely has to do with their future. It has to do with their inevitable futures, which means once their servers close, there's no way to come back and revisit this game. So enjoy these games as long as you can, because these games have a finite amount of time. And the same, unfortunately, is for Final Fantasy 11 and 14. Yeah. And you know what? Games of this nature, I wouldn't mind if this helps me warm up to games like Final Fantasy 14. Now, granted, I really need to find the time commitment for those. I mean, I'm not against playing them. It's just that, we are talking about a subscription. Like, I have to subscribe to Final Fantasy 14 monthly to continue playing. So, I'll do Final Fantasy 14 at some point. Because I do believe there is a free... Because I do believe, you can... if I were to purchase Final Fantasy 14, I can do the free trial up until a certain point. So, if I really love the game and I really want to keep playing it, then yes, I'll do Final Fantasy 14, with a subscription. It just dawned on me that I don't have to pay a monthly subscription until I pass the free trial, which is like the free trial part is like really fucking generous, because last time I recalled, yeah, they did an expanded free trial, which oh, wait a minute. Includes 30-day free subscription period for all newly created service accounts. User registration and service subscription are required to play the game. The 30-day free play period included with the purchase can only be applied once to each platform on a single service account. Moreover, this 30-day free play period is not applicable to platforms. The NA version of FF14 Online Starter Edition will only work on American Square Enix accounts. So... But why is it saying expanded free trial? Okay. Hold on a second. FF14 free trial. Limits. Okay. Yeah, but eventually I will look into Final Fantasy 14, because I hear that's a very good game. In fact, I heard some of the songs performed at Distant Worlds back in January, which the songs were fucking great. No joke, Distant Worlds kind of made me think, you know what? Maybe I should give this Final Fantasy 14 a shot. Because there was a lot of Final Fantasy fans at the concert that were cheering the hell on with Final Fantasy 14. So I'm guessing devoted Final Fantasy fans, myself included, granted I haven't played every single Final Fantasy, but I practically played the essentials to kind of get an idea of Final Fantasy. But I mean, we're talking 4, 6, of course 6, 7, 9, 10, fuck 13. You know, like, I played a handful of Final Fantasy, and I played most of the essential ones. I guess the only one I guess the only essential Final Fantasy I haven't really played all the way through is actually the original of all things. Which I actually did attempt to play the NES version, but man, that version is fucking rough. It is fucking rough. Like, no joke about that. Anyway, so that is going to do it for Honkai Impact 3rd. This, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, all B tier games currently. But those tier ranks are subject to change. Is it because I'm being a little too nice towards these 3 games? No. I just think they're okay games. Like, they're decent to fine. They're not excellent. They're not great. They're not great. They're not excellent. And they're not masterworks. Like, honestly, they're not even close to S tier. The Hoyoverse games, nowhere even close to S tier. Like, fucking A. It does not. These games do not deserve S tier. And they never will be S tier in my eyes. That's just my standards, people. I have standards. I don't have a problem playing these Hoyoverse games to just try them out, to pass the time, to see if they're worth a damn. I mean, shit. I played Honkai Star Rail because, same developer as Genshin Impact, and also one of my friends was telling me about it. So I figured, okay, I'll try Honkai Star Rail. Prologue bored the shit out of me, for the most part. Then I played this, and I'm surprised that, like, I am baffled at why these cinematics look low effort. That's the thing, those cinematics were low effort as they could be. Like, I was disappointed in that, to be honest. Also, the video quality wasn't that great. For a game that came out, for a game that started in 2016. Oh well. But yeah, this is the earliest of the Hoyoverse that you can play, and earliest because the games that came before this are all shut down. At least for the American servers. Although I think Fly Me to the Moon never came here. It's just Zombie Gal, Kawaii, and Gun Girl Z that were previously playable, but they're closed. Their servers are shut. So good luck playing those now. Like, this is the earliest you can access. And you know what? I wonder if Honkai Impact 3rd will ever shut down anytime soon. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think I'm gonna get much co-op out of this one, if I'm gonna be brutally honest. Like, Genshin, I already did co-op with a friend, and maybe one other person. Scarlet, if I remembered. I did some co-op with her. Even though I don't know her in person, but you know, she did jump into my world in Genshin. I'm probably going to do some co-op in Honkai Star Rail, but probably not this one. Simply because I think it's the lesser known of the 3. And not to mention, you know, Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail are more publicized than this. But, yeah. But clearly, MiHoYo did improve with Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail after this, because, boy, the cutscenes certainly were the weakest aspect of Honkai Impact 3rd. So, yep. But, yeah, but where I rank the Hoyoverse games, Honkai is 3rd for me. Honkai Star Rail's at number 2, and Genshin Impact goes at the top because I actually have enjoyed that one the most compared to the other two. So. And interestingly, that Honkai Impact 3 has hack and slash akin to Bayonetta, which, oh yeah, I can really see a Bayonetta influence there. And not to mention, Bayonetta did have Fly Me to the Moon as one of the songs, which, gee, I guess MiHoYo really likes Evangelion. Look, it's one of my favorite anime of all time, too. But I can see where I can see why they lifted for Bayonetta. Just saying. Then you have Genshin that plays like Breath of the Wild, and then you have Honkai Star Rail that plays like any RPG, like turn-based. So yeah, three games with 3 distinct genres of gameplay. Yeah. That's not necessarily a bad thing, really. I mean, it's nice that they have distinct genres and, of gameplay style. So, but yeah, I do think in terms of quality, like, they're not too far apart. Like, you have Genshin being a big improvement compared to this visually, but then you have Honkai Star Rail, which doesn't grab me as much as Genshin. It's funny because with Genshin, like, there's the settings are much grander, whereas Honkai feels a lot more compact, which is weird considering Genshin Impact is a fantasy world, whereas Honkai Star Rail can explore the whole fucking universe, which is bigger, and yet feels more compact, at least for the early portions. I'm hoping that Honkai Star Rail has a more vast universe to explore in, because if it's like train and then space station, train, space station, I'm sorry, that is going to be fucking lame if that's how it's going to be. I'm kind of hoping with Honkai Star Rail we can explore different planets. That would be pretty damn nice. Wouldn't mind. Like, give me the I would like to see that happen in Honkai Star Rail, because if it's station, train, station, train, station, train, no thank you. No thank you. Shit, I played Star Ocean till the end of time, and yeah, I visited a few planets here and there. So that's nice. It's kind of a pity the plot twist completely derailed that fucking game. Yeah, I said derailed. No. I didn't mean to make that as a pun. I'm being honest. I'm being real here. There's a plot twist in Star Ocean to the end of time. A game that was fun, and the plot twist, I stopped giving a shit about the plot after. And also had a very Evangelion-esque ending. And I'm not talking about the end of Evangelion. I'm talking about the TV episodes. It has that kind of ending. Like, Star Ocean to the end of time is like, oh, without perception, there is no reality. I'm like, since when did Star Ocean become Evangelion? Like, philosophical Evangelion monologuing. Like, where the fuck did this come from? And you know what? I haven't even streamed the Star Ocean games yet, and yeah, maybe I should eventually get into that series and show you why I will show you why the plot twist and the ending of Star Ocean to the end of time completely shat the game's fucking bed, because that game was fun as hell to play. But what the fuck was Disc 2 there? Yeah, people say, like, oh, Disc 2 of Xenogears was, is where the game kind of fell apart. I'm like, you haven't played, like, have you played, I would ask, yeah, you know what? I kind of find that shit fascinating. Unlike Star Ocean till the end of time. Because when Disc 2 of that game hits, if only the game stuck the landing. That was my issue. It just, I was just like, that's fucking it. That's the feeling I had with Star Ocean to the end of time. That game disappointed me with Disc 2. Ugh. Okay, so I'm done rambling. This rambling section took longer than it needed to be. I just wanted to articulate my thoughts on the Hoyoverse games, and kind of just talk about other shit that kind of, I don't know, just to kind of provide some kind of comparisons and other shit. So, but yeah. Genshin Impact, I think, is the best one MiHoYo played. And no, I don't say that because it's the most popular game they put. I just think the amount of detail they put into Genshin Impact, I'm just like, holy shit. Because I thought, oh, they're just going to be fucking lazy and da-da-da-da-da-da. No, they actually did a lot of... I can tell they did a lot of research into crafting the world of Genshin Impact. Like, the world building is actually admirable for an ongoing game. So, I actually do appreciate Genshin Impact where it counts, and the world building is exactly one of the areas I will give due praise to Genshin Impact for. I just don't feel that Honkai Impact Third or even Honkai Star Rail seems to... I don't think Honkai Impact Third had that good world building, to be honest. And I don't think Honkai Star Rail is going to be as well constructed in world building than Genshin has. So that's just kind of me. And I think that's why Genshin has the upper hand compared to the other games. So, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to head off. I will be back for, crossing my fingers, a special session of Genshin Impact later today. Unless plans have changed. If it happens, it's going to be either one of my friends or two of my friends. I just need to kind of talk things out. But I will get to, hopefully, Genshin Impact later today. I will eventually get back to Chrono Cross. Okay, so before I go, I do need to address Chrono Cross. I have not dropped the game. I just don't feel motivated to continue playing the game because I got to a point where I really do not know where the fuck to go. And I've been trying to look up walkthroughs. I'm supposed to be on a ship to progress through the game. I have no idea where the fuck I'm supposed to go to get to that point. I've been looking up written walkthroughs, couldn't find shit. I've been trying to search video walkthroughs, and I'm having difficulty trying to pinpoint where I need to go. So that's the point I'm stuck. That's why I haven't been playing Chrono Cross for some time. It is because I am not sure where I need to go next. So when I finally figure out where the fuck I gotta go, that is when I'll come back to Chrono Cross. Not to mention, I'm just having a little bit more fun playing Genshin Impact in comparison. So, there's that. And on that note, that's going to do it for this session of Honkai Impact Third. And I'm glad I got the name right, because I almost called it Star Rail or Third Impact. Anyway, till next time, take care.